Oh, let me show you the title real fast. Yeah, yeah. Now I understand it's Screen Rant being Screen Rant. I get that. But the fact is that this upcoming film, this apparently like anime style film, I've said before, I said ages ago, I don't remember what I was watching or what I was talking about, but I did say something about, oh yeah, it'd be great to see like the Rohirrim because they were awesome, and I don't think they really got enough time on screen in the movies. Um, I think it was I think Gollum. I think that freaking crappy Gollum game that was announced. I think that was what it was. But I said, why don't they like the Rohirrim? The Rohirrim are awesome. You know, they have a whole story and that we don't really get to see at all in the in the movies. You see it in the books and other parts of the Legendarium. His Legendarium of the world of Middle Earth and world he's created, but you don't see it in the movies. So War of the Rohirrim, with King Helm Hammerhand and all the stuff that he's doing, sounds great. Guy was badass. It should be a perfect movie. But nope, nope. So we have to take his unnamed daughter because she didn't have a fucking name. That's how little she had to do in the story. We're gonna give her a name and make her the leader of an all-female tribe of warriors. A chick who didn't even have a fucking name is now being put forefront in this movie because feminism. Because you know, we need an entire tribe of Eowyn's, which don't get me wrong, Eowyn was badass. She was badass. But we just need a whole tribe of just emasculating men. We just need them to emasculate men. Look at Galadriel. This this fucking thing that they call Galadriel. It's not this freaking, oh yeah, I'm somehow able to take down 4 or 5 Numenorians with ease, even though these are probably the best trained fighters in Middle Earth, and I can just take them. Just give me a fucking break. That's all they've been doing with these kind of things now, just emasculating men. We can't do anything. Oh, we can't do anything without you men messing it up. Oh, we have to be here for everything for you guys because you guys are dum-dums. And all the guys are just like, the talking breath has point. Me dum-dum, me not know what do. Me dumb male, me think with penis. And that's basically all it is now. It's like the men taking backseat and women having to freaking lead them around by their hand like a little fucking puppy. It will be a feminist story. Hera's connection to Eowyn makes her makes her character a perfect continuation of the single strong female presence in Lord of the Rings. I'm sorry, what? Now, they mentioned Galadriel down there, but I'm sorry, what? So, Eowyn isn't the single female presence in Lord of the Rings. Oh, I guess we forgot about Arwen, too. I mean, considering the books were written around World War One, yeah, you weren't seeing females riding off into the sunset and going to war and this and that. No, if they were females, they were on the battlefield healing, tending to others. They weren't fighting. So to have Lord of the Rings, which has, war and all that, to have a prominent amount of females, that's not going to happen. Are they forgetting what time period this was written in? But it still had Arwen, still had Galadriel, it still had Eowyn, and all three of them are badass women. I've said this before. Galadriel doesn't have to do anything. Her name alone commands respect. How much more badass do you need? She simply has to stand there and people will cower. She just simply stands there and people will get on their knees and worship this woman. That is the command, the respect that she commands, of how powerful she is, how badass she is. And then they fucking took her and like made her a warrior when she's not a fucking warrior. She uses magic. She's not so up close and personal sword. No, she magic. Magic. Lord of Power and leaned into Galadriel's warrior status. She's never been a warrior. But this has been overall controversial. However, War of the Rohirrim's Hera may be a different story. Yeah, the chick who never even had a name in the story, the chick who had no prominent role to play at all, is now going to have a prominent... Is she going to be saving her daddy? You know, kind of like Eowyn. You know, she's going to be, you know, defending daddy because daddy's a toxic male. You can't do it himself. Is that what we're going to have? Is that what we're going to have? The Rohirrim are men. All right, Rohirrim are... They're men. Now, fun fact, in behind the scenes, you'll learn that the actors that you see on the horses, a lot of them are females, you know, with the fake beards and stuff, because, I don't know, apparently they couldn't find enough dudes to do it. We'll follow Hera and a female tribe of warriors. You know, just like the story. This is what we're talking about. They're taking a story, an actual part of the you know, lore and the universe there, and they're just fucking with it. Why can't they just tell it how it was? Why? We'll follow Helm Hammerhand and his war against, yep, legendary. This is interesting since interesting change since in canon this fateful war before war began when Hammerhand refused to marry his daughter. So, I mean, yeah, we got comments. Who in the world decided that the story of Helm Hammerhand needed an ultra-feminist rewrite? So sick of these IPs being ruined by agenda politics. I love Eowyn. Yeah, I do too. You don't have to tell feminists all female man-hating story to have good female characters. Exactly. Was Lord of the Rings feminist? No, but Eowyn was an amazing character. And you don't have to minimize the main male character to do it either. Oh yeah, Tolkien must have overlooked her. Again, she never had a name. He was known for not thinking things through in poor world building. So glad these amazing people are here to correct his shoddy work. Yeah. Yeah, he was really, really bad at you know, these things. No, you want to know a person who was bad at that shit? Akira Toriyama. Rest in peace, man. We love you, but he was terrible with remembering what he said and what he did, and you know, ideas that he did in the past. And it was like, oh well, I don't remember doing that. He was terrible at that. But you know, J.R.R. Tolkien, he Eru Ilúvatar, the one who created the world, you know, in the Valar, the Maiar, and then to go around, you know, he created like the creation story of that world. There's different races. They all have their own languages, but sure, he overlooked this one character. It's just, this is why people are tired of this crap. You know, you had a good thing, this one badass moment with Eowyn, and now they're, oh, let's just make an entire fucking movie out of it. When it's called The War of the Rohirrim. which are all dudes. But we know we gotta have an all-female tribe in there because we need them to completely just make those dudes look like they're worthless and they're helpless and they can't do anything without those female creatures. This is why people are tuning out of Doctor Who. This is why people are tuning out of Lord of the Rings. This is why people are tuning out of Star Wars, because they keep taking these IPs and ruining them. These are escapes. It's set in Middle Earth, which is a fantasy realm. We don't need to add real world politics into a fucking fantasy realm. Was it based on things he was seeing and stuff like that during World War One? Yes. But it's still a fantasy realm of orcs and elves and goblins and all that other crap. We do not want a fucking identity politics in our fantasy escapes. We don't want that. We're tired of that shit. We're tired of that. Nothing isn't... We don't have escapism anymore because everything is being tainted by this fucking identity politics bullshit. Everything. Movies, video games, TV shows, comics, you name it, it's being fucking just taken over. And then you have the people on the other side, oh, well, why does it matter? Because I want an escape. Because I don't want to dive into a fake world and hear about the same fucking shit that I'm having to deal with in the real world. When I'm watching a story or, you know, something about a fucking dude who travels through time and space in a phone box, I don't want to be heard, oh, women's rights are at risk and we need abortions. I don't want that shit. I told one person, I put this in a comment, actually, let me bring it up. All right, so this was in response to someone basically complaining, oh, you're a woke, go woke, go broke guy. I just watch you for the Zelda content. But I said, so simple formula: take beloved IP, create engaging stories with well-written characters, profit. Simple as that. I said simple formula, and yet they haven't learned, and instead it's take beloved IP, focus on messaging and representation, bash fans and tell them not to watch said IP, lose money in viewers, whine about how no one is watching said IP and that is losing money, rinse and repeat because they don't learn. All they had to do was take War of the Rohirrim, translate it, you know, animated or real live action, profit. Nope. Nope. Instead, we gotta have an all-female tribe that didn't exist, a character that didn't have any name at all because she nothing to the fucking plot of the story. But now they're making her forefront because we gotta make the guys look like dum-dums. And all because of, oh, well, she's, you know, from Eowyn, you know, Eowyn's descended, Eowyn descended from them, and blah, blah, blah. Okay, so it's because Eowyn did it, that means every woman in Rohan has to do it. Eowyn was special because of what she was doing, because she was the one who took the stand. If you have an entire female tribe, that completely negates everything she did. But who fucking cares? You know what? Fuck J.R.R. Tolkien. Fuck his Legendarium. Fuck Lord of the Rings. Fuck fandoms. Fuck escapism. Just fuck it all. Who cares about that? As long as there's a message. As long as they have their fucking feminist bullshit thrown in there. As long as they have their fucking diversity and all that other bullshit thrown in there. Who cares? Who fucking cares, right? Who cares about coming home after a day of work and being able to escape? Who gives a shit? Let's just keep ruining fucking stories that you could just take from the page and translate onto screen and profit. That's all you have to know. But let's just keep adding shit that isn't fucking there because we want to push a fucking message. Go to hell, you stupid fucking cunts. Hollywood, seriously, when are you gonna fucking... Because this is exactly what's gonna happen. And they'll rinse and repeat because they don't learn. They just keep doing it over and over and over and over and over. And then they come out and they attack the fans even more. Oh, then this is not for you. I'm sorry. We were fans of Lord of the Rings before your stupid fucking bitch asses started making, you know, ruining the IP. Okay, so maybe you're not the fucking fan, so if you feel the need to keep adding real world bullshit into the fantasy world. Keep adding real world, and not just, I understand, oh, you know, it always has messages, at least it's subtle. You know, Lord of the Rings clearly had a message, but it was subtle because it was good, it was engaging, the story was good, the characters were well written and loved. You know, it could have had fucking, you know, climate change message in there and we wouldn't have cared because it was a good fucking story. But now they can't do that. They can't be subtle. They need it in your fucking face because they think people are stupid. So instead of having some kind of subtle feminist, you know, strong powered female in there, no, it's going to be in your face. They're going to have as many women as possible, and they're going to make the men as useless as possible, like they've done in everything else. Because the men dum me not do anything without female. But cinema. That's gonna do it for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.